Hey everyone! Today, as you might have seen from the title of this video, I want to talk a little bit about why you should never buy pet insurance. That might sound controversial to some who have animals that they love, but I will tell you, as somebody who has a 6-month-old kitten and absolutely loves her, that really has nothing to do with it. You can absolutely love your pet and do everything that you possibly can to take care of your pet, and it is still a better decision to not get pet insurance. And hopefully by the end of this video, that will become clear. It's actually a lot simpler. We don't have to run through numbers specifically. Hopefully I can make it pretty clear why that makes sense. So first things first, you got to think about the fact that these pet insurance companies, they are companies, right? They are companies whose goal it is to make money. And it's different than a restaurant or, any other business out there where you pay them money and they provide you a service, right? So if I go to a restaurant, I know I'm paying more for that meal than if I cooked it myself, right? But it's an experience, it's a service, it's enjoyable. You're not looking for a financial benefit out of the restaurant when you go to get a meal. You're looking for a well-cooked meal and a good experience. Well, when you buy insurance, you're directly looking for a financial benefit, right? The goal is, okay, I'll pay a little bit each month so that I save in the long run. But if you think about it, these insurance companies, they're making money. They're a profitable business. So if they're making money, that means the net amount of money that people pay them is more than the amount of money that they reimburse to people for expenses. So that means on average, as somebody who owns pet insurance, you are over the life of your pet, you're going to pay more to that insurance company than they are going to pay towards you. Now there are fringe cases, right, where you have this catastrophic event that costs a lot and it makes it worthwhile for 1 out of 1,000 people, whatever the number may be, to have that insurance. Sure, that happens, but for the majority of customers of these insurance um, policies, you're gonna be chipping in $30 a month, 40, whatever it is, for 15, 20 years for your pet, and you might get $1,000 here, $1,000 there, whatever it may be. But for that business, for the insurance company to make money, they are relying on the fact that you're going to give them more money than they give you. If they give you more money than you give them, they lose money. They're not a business. They go out of business. So that's just like baseline why I say do not get pet insurance. You are signing yourself up on average to lose money. It's like going to the casino. You are signing yourself up on average to lose money. You may hit the jackpot and it may be worthwhile in that one instance, but over the long run, if you keep going with that, it's a business. They're trying to make money. The numbers work out in the company's favor. So what I would say is if you do love your pet and hey, if something comes up, I'm going to want to spend that money and get my pet that surgery or get them that medication to make their life better, right? I'm not just going to euthanize them if something costs a little bit of money. Get a quote for a pet insurance policy. See how much it will cost you every month. And instead of signing up for that policy, just say, okay, they said it was going to cost me $35 a month for this pet insurance policy. If you can afford that, put that much money aside every month, put it into a savings account, whatever, and just keep a tally. But that's a way for you to save that money, right? And then if an expense comes up, you'll have that as a mini, like a pet emergency fund, right? And not everybody has the luxury to do this. I understand that, right? Not everybody has enough disposable income to do that. But if you're already planning on getting an insurance policy, that implies that you have the money to do this, right? So all I'm saying is instead of paying that money to a company whose interest is in making money for themselves, pay that money to yourself in a savings account. And then in 5 years, when your dog breaks their leg and you want to get them some surgery or some medication, maybe you have a couple $1,000s stashed up in this pet emergency fund, and you don't even have to think twice, right? You're just like, yes, I have it, boom, here we go. As opposed to, you know, paying that money to an insurance company over those 5 years or whatever it may be. And then, right, there's always the chance that maybe you get lucky and you have a really healthy pet that doesn't cost you a lot of money and just still brings you a lot of happiness but doesn't have issues. Well, then you've still got that emergency fund, and then if you make it through the life of your pet and they live a happy life and you've got $6,000, then that's still just your money, right? Like you have that money, you can put it towards your kid's college or put it towards a vacation, or you haven't just thrown it at a different company who gives it as a bonus to their executives or gives it to their stockholders, right? So I'm not saying don't keep your pet healthy and don't, do the right thing for the living creature that you've taken responsibility for. My point is just there's better places that you can put that money to still be used for the same purpose instead of just giving it to a company that their interest is to make money for themselves, not for you to save more money than you spend, right? Their interest is you spending more money than they give you. So that's what I would say. You should, under no circumstances, get pet insurance. It's not going to be beneficial to you, especially since if your pet does have pre-existing conditions, they're not going to cover it anyway, right? So it's like those big ticket items that you already know about, they're not going to cover it. So that's all I would say. My pet, I have a cat. She's adorable. We've taken her to the vet a few times for little issues here and there. Yep, and we've paid out of pocket, and it's not the most expensive thing, and I have the luxury of being able to afford that, right? But if I still look at the last 6 months and what we've paid, it's still less than what we would have paid if we were paying for pet insurance plus the co-insurance and things like that, right? So it's like with all the deductibles rolled up. So that's all, and obviously more issues come as the animal gets older. But so that's all I would say is that's why you shouldn't get pet insurance under any circumstances. You are signing up to give money to a company, um, more money than you will get back. That's all I have. Definitely let me know what you think in the comments section. Let me know if you agree, if you disagree, if you have any really good experiences with pet insurance. If you have bad experiences, feel free to share them. Just kind of want to get the word out there. It's not going to say pet insurance is a scam, but it's almost it's designed to lose you money, right? So it does bring value to some people, but on average it's designed to lose you money and make the company money. So just keep that in mind if you get a pet, if you have a pet, if you were considering pet insurance. I know it's becoming very popular these days. Okay, let me know what you think, and if you enjoyed this one, leave a like, or definitely subscribe if you want to hear more, coming out with a variety of topics here.